Hey guys, this is Fan Confessions, the channel about two friends, two fans, and the K-Wave. I'm Stephanie,
I'm Lisa.
and welcome to the place where we share our love of all things K-pop and our personal experiences as fans.
Well, hi again, everybody. So welcome to another episode, and today we're doing something a little new and a little special, and something that we're gonna make a regular segment in our content list. It is something we'd like to call New, Now, and Wow. So basically what that is, yeah, I know. that was Steph's, everybody. She came up with that one, the marketing genius.
No, it's fun.
So the concept of New, Now, and Wow is sort of presenting to you in the last month or two, in the upcoming month, stuff that we're listening to, stuff we're watching, and stuff we're really looking forward to. And we'll be linking down below all said music and or drama recommendations for you guys to check out and stream and support, because it's awesome stuff if we do say so ourselves.
Yeah, and don't forget, all that we're talking about, we want to hear what you guys think about it too, or if you have some recommendations for us. Like,
exactly.
Guaranteed we missed something fantastic. I'm sure there's so much content out there. And I mean, maybe you have a recommendation for what we need to watch next or whatever. And, we want to hear it. So to start us off, I figured we'd talk about what we're listening to right now and what we can't get enough of. So Lisa, what have you been listening to constantly?
Well, there's been a lot of stuff come out this summer. And I've been noticing a nice trend of everything is very bright and colorful and full of unicorns and rainbows in the visuals.
Yeah.
Very summer. And considering like the past year and so half we've had, I think let's celebrate summer and the fact that we're able to get out and like get some fresh air and feel the sun.
Yeah.
So all the music is really helping us into that vibe. Mm-hmm. So I think the first song I'd like to talk about is by Twice, and that is Alcohol Free.
What's more summer than that?
I know, and that whole video is like Versace explosion.
Yes. Well, I mean, and like it's giving me very similar vibes to, oh my God, what's the other one where they're on the beach that was super popular? Do you know what I'm talking about?
And I know what you're talking about.
And it's gonna kill me. Everyone in the comments can yell at us.
Right there.
Because
it's right there.
But I was not really as into that one. And then this one I actually liked a lot. So it's like it felt like a little more adult, where the other one felt a little more childish to me, if that makes sense. But oh man, I am a horrible Twice fan, because why am I not remembering the title of this song?
I know what you're talking about, because I can see it in my head, I can hear it in my head, but do you think the title is coming off my tongue? No.
Well, you know what, Lisa? You talk about what you loved about it, and I will do some on-camera research for us and figure out what it is, because it's going to drive me insane.
Okay, so back to Alcohol Free. So Alcohol Free it's got this great Latin vibe. It's bright, it's cheerful, and it's like, it's got the good feels, like great summer song feels. And the video is just so colorful, and the choreo is something that like looks great, and like they all just look fantastic. And I think my favorite line in the entire song is when Momo goes mojito with lime. I just like, I don't know, what's that one little line, it's just so perfect.
To me, this is like my bopping song in the summer when I'm like, I want to drink, like I'm gonna sing this song. It's like, do you remember Girls' Generation Party?
A little bit,
version 2 of Party that's like less cheesy to sing, because I don't know if you guys remember Girls' Generation Party. It's pretty, because it's like, it's party time, and it's like, it's super cheesy. I mean, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I still loved it. But this is giving me a more adult, modern, less cheesy version of that song that I'm into, and makes me happy and makes me want to drink, peach bellinis in the sun.
Exactly. Get a tan. Get a tan.
Okay, so I did my research, which now I'm killing myself even more. Dance the Night Away. So how can
Oh
I
my
not
God, yes.
yeah, okay.
That's the night away.
Yeah, yeah, how could you forget that? Oh, we're terrible
Oh
fans.
my God.
Mind you, but yeah, that wasn't necessarily my favorite song for some reason, but this one definitely thumbs up. Um, the other thing I wanted to say about Twice is so their album Taste of Love, been addicted to it. I'm not like so Lisa's been more so getting into girl groups. I've been falling out of the girl group thing. Twice has never been that group that I listened to an album and been like, oh, this is amazing. And JYP in general, actually, for girls, I struggle. Like Etsy, I'm not like that either. So just maybe not my vibe. But this album, absolutely adore it. And the song, oh gosh, now I thought I wrote this in my notes too. No, I did not. I am so unprepared today, Lisa.
It's okay.
First
We
time.
forgive you.
That's it. First time is the name of the song. Okay. I've listened to it so many times. That song is like, I think, my new favorite song of the summer. It's giving me like all the vibes I want, and it's like a little bit electronic sounding, has some deep bass in it and stuff. I don't know. I just really love it. So their B-sides are really good. So I'll be sure to link their whole album as well as the song that Alcohol Free.
Okay, next on the agenda, what do you have on your list, Steph?
Okay, so I also have a summary kind of album on my list, and it's 17's Your Choice. So they've come up back again. I want to call them the boys of summer. This summer is always so good with 17. I can't wait until they come out with something. It's like always so good. And so Ready to Love is the title track. The MV is so good. All the performances are so good. You all should watch it and enjoy. And I'm loving this new like adult, I want to call them the adult 17. Like they've hit the level of, I don't know, it feels like men. It doesn't feel like boys anymore, even though I call them the boys of summer. But you know what I mean.
Exactly. And plus, I'm going to do a prompt. So, S Cup's white blonde hair, take it away, Steph.
Oops, in his like absolute best form. I will say it, the blonde is back. I knew the second it was back, something was gonna happen. And so it was just incredible. So with the performance of Anyone, if you haven't seen, so it's like one of the B-sides, make sure you watch it. Be careful which version. I'll link the right version. There was one that came out without him in it, which I was very sad about because his part is the killing part. And oh, it's beaten, scoops, and clap, which is impressive because that was a moment. So yeah, it's definitely something I've been very excited about. And the other thing I realized with this comeback is Dino has officially stepped in as my bias wrecker.
Oh, Dino, good job.
He has claimed that spot. I think he's sitting still next to Mingyu. Mingyu is still up there, but damn, I don't know. And there's the part in Anyone is like Scoops and then Dino and then Jonghan. It's like a perfect combination in the middle. So yeah, this was just like the perfect sandwich, the 17 sandwich.
Oh, lovely. The 17 sandwich.
It was a perfect 17 sandwich. I don't know how else to put it, but it was you'll know what I mean if you watch it. But yeah, what did you think about it, Lisa?
I really enjoyed it as well. I think the title track for me was giving me a lot of like Don't Want to Cry vibes just because of the sort of like the solar calmer beat, but just like the really beautiful choreo. And like the video didn't really show it off as much, but like the dance practice, I was like super impressed when I watched the dance practice.
Yeah, it's like the two layers with them. Actually, I always find it's like you watch the video and then you appreciate the visuals in the video because it's always really beautiful in itself anyway. And whoever does their videos, like the cinematography is always just fantastic. And then you get to that point where you're like, okay, I have to watch all the stages and all the performance stuff and then all their practice videos, because then you really get the like, because there's so many members, it's like you get the whole like overall vibe of it. I'm gonna kick it back to Lisa because I feel like we've got a lengthy there's been a lot of really good releases. So what else is on your list, Lisa?
So another one, this is a bit of a lesser known artist. His name is Gyun. and his song is Sober. It's a bit of a double release mini album that he got out just recently. And Junie is actually was part of the producer collective that JB was while he was still in JYP. And I think he's still sort of, they're all friends and stuff like that. So even though he's with Higher Music now, that they're still sort of working together a bit.
Is it? It's not offshore, is it?
I think it might be offshore. Yeah.
Okay. If it is, people, it's very good. So
it is very good.
I have high expectations if that's true.
Yeah, Junie is he has a beautiful voice. He's actually like from Vancouver, and you should all like check out his interview on the K-pop Daebak show with Eric Nam, because his story is pretty impressive. And like this kid's got some cojones, and he's just like going out there and doing his thing, and it's really impressive and inspiring. And his music and his voice, I think, is one of the things to really look out for. So Sober is just about like you're drunk on love and then you sober up and you move on. So it's one of those kind of feels. And it's his voice is just like, the emotion in it is really great. And it's also featuring Yuha. So, and her contribution into the song is really awesome too.
Wow. Okay, well, that's like pretty awesome. And on the same stream, I wanted to call out Cold is back. I love Cold severely. And so he's been doing a lot more collaborations. He recently had one with Chunga. And then my favorite one, which he just released like 2 days ago, was with Epic High. I was listening to that this morning and it's just like instant loved it. They're a really good match together. I'm actually surprised. I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of this like brilliant idea to have them together before this point? Because they really suit each other. So that's another.
They both have his when you first hear his song and hear his voice in the beginning, it's just like so smooth and so lovely. And then Tableau comes in and Mithra comes in, and it's perfect. It's a really great song. Yeah. I agree. I had to listen to it as soon as Steph mentioned it, and I was just like, oh my God, this is good. She's right.
Yeah, he is like the perfect, like he has so many songs that are just so super chill. And it does really suit summer actually as well. He's like the type, if you're like laying out on a beach or laying out in the sun and you just want something airy and nice in the background, he's got just such a soothing way about him. So definitely recommending him there.
Oh, very chill. Very awesome. Like a good iced coffee.
Yeah, yes, actually a cold iced coffee. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm going to keep on this stream of solo artists as well, since we're kind of going back and forth a bit here. So I also had to call out BI. So BI's back, everybody. With a full album. So excited for him. So full album's called Waterfall. He had the song Illa Illa, and he did a video for it, which we've talked about it many times. We both adore it. Another great like kind of summer chill vibe too. And I don't know, just had everything I loved about him, and it's like makes me miss him and iKON so much, because he was such a key part of their sound. You can tell that in the music he's producing now on his own. And I mean, he was such a big piece of it. So I'm just very happy for him to see him back and doing his own thing.
Exactly. It's just great. It's like a fantastic comeback for him, and a great way to come back after being away from the spotlight for so long. So it's just like all support to this guy and this artist, because like, if this is what he's coming back with, what else is he going to be able to show us in the future? I think it's going to be awesome. Next on our list of things we're listening to right now and can't get enough of, I have 3 very talented solo male artists. 2 of them on a bit of a GOT7 bend with all those comebacks for them. We have Gyun, and we have his song I Want You Around, featuring, I forget the feature artist.
Oh no, I had it on the list. I thought I was gonna tell you, and then I will do my research again. You keep going.
So Gyun, we have Bam Bam and his song Riven. And we have Sam Kim and his song The Juice. So I'll start off with Sam because I just love him so much, and it's been so long since he's had a comeback. He had some downtime where he was trying to get out of his own head, as he's mentioned in his interviews. But like this release, The Juice, it's got this funk and it's got this humor to it, because it's all about people wanting me to come out, and I'm just gonna stay put, and it's just everybody wants my juice. So it's such a great song. It's got me dancing around my apartment whenever I have it on, and it's just amazing.
Well, I mean, can't go wrong with Sam Kim. I think his song Makeup is like one of my favorite songs ever. If that ever comes on, I am not skipping. I am enjoying it fully. His voice is just so good. He is so talented. Anything he does, I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, he's like the cutest little bean, but his voice is just like complete sex appeal.
Oh, yeah, like it's just, it is a little jarring, actually. It's true.
No, it's just like,
it's same just person. That gravelly, when he does that gravelly part too, I don't know, there's a lot of parts to it that, yes, it's a very attractive voice.
Yes.
Okay.
So in our GOT7 trio, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you find the feature artist that I completely dropped the ball on?
Well, so he's had a couple of singles, right? So he's had one with Gray, so that's the All Your Fault song, which is great.
Really, his entire album, I have to say, the entire album, it's like they've been releasing almost every song on that entire album, and there's a good reason.
Well, that's where I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Like, I think I've missed out. I know I've seen, what's the one that I saw? I saw that I Want You Around, which is also really good. So that has Davida in it.
Davida.
She's great. It was a nice addition to that song. I really enjoyed their vibe together. And then I also, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but to all of Higher Music's People Live in the Forest, because JB was in the forest, Yukyung's in the forest, and I'm like, boys need a new place to shoot a video.
I know something about those like live performance videos that they're always like Higher and AOMG are always filming in the forest.
Yeah, so it's kind of silly, but yeah. And then I think I have to check out All Your Fault, which, I mean, I saw that one come out. Darn, I probably thought, like, to your point, the fact they were releasing all his songs, I probably thought it was the song I already saw. But very impressed with him.
The album, I've been listening to the entire album, and it is, like, fire. Like, he's got this fantastic, slinky R&B kind of voice. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, the perfect, him going to AOMG and this sound, I think, is his sound. Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful to listen to. It's my deal. It's my jam.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for him. I'm just happy for all the GOT7 boys, and like seeing all their comebacks, and it happened so soon. And like that's why like just made me so happy inside, and that they're just gonna do their own thing. And then like so can we talk about JB's comeback and how the lyrics? I was like, whoa, excuse me, sir.
Like this man is
what I want.
this man is no longer suffering from JYP censorship.
No, definitely not, and I am a-okay with it, sir. You can do that all you want.
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm just so happy for them.
I know, exactly, and like talk about unexpected sounds. Mm-hmm. Bam Bam and Ribbon. I had no idea that he could do such a bright and like beautiful concept. Mm-hmm. And he really impressed me. Like his entire album too is like all very noteworthy and listenable songs. Like another fire album from our boys in GOT7. And like holy moly, fashion. He is like fashion icon in that MV for Ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was impressed. That man can like carry off a bow.
Oh, he could do like, I feel like he has got like, so I was working on forever the video. I was doing the project of a Bam Bam project where I was like seeing him through the eras. And so the fact of like if you see him when he debuted and the confidence now, holy cow, he's like 100% different person. Like he has come out of his shell tenfold and is just like so amazing in that sense. And yeah, so I'm really happy for him too. And gosh, and now I feel like a bad agase because when these songs came out, I thought they were singles. I didn't realize there was albums. Now I gotta go do a lot more listening here and see what else is going on. So I'm really excited to hear that you really love them. So
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll be great. So
both very different moods, and it's great seeing them show off their individual personalities through these solo projects. And now that they're working as solo artists for a bit before they're able to come again together with the other GOT7 members, I really hope so. It would break my heart if they don't.
well, I wonder if Jin doing something soon too. I keep seeing. I thought I saw he did a photo shoot recently. That was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, he's acting, he's modeling. Same with Jin Young and Young Jae are both doing their thing that way. Mark is like mole mole, like international model material out in LA now, and just like Jackson's being like a CEO conglomerate millionaire out in China. So
right, like it's just so exciting to see such a success story from a group that came from such a big company. And you know, sometimes it's like when the group leaves, it's like it's just disband and then maybe you get to see them, but it's like they stay together and then they're all so successful in their own way, which is super cool, and just love watching their journeys. Speaking of groups, I didn't want to leave out some really big comebacks that we were all excited about. So TXT, oh, that one has like just hit so hard. So Chaos Chapter, Freeze, and their debut, or not debut, what am I saying? Their title song, Love Song, which I think we all fell in love with. Like, oh my God, that sound for them is so great.
I was like, what is this rock? And it's like I was telling Steph earlier, it's all my emo rock fantasies come to life.
It was like a millennial's dream, that video. It came back. I was
exactly.
like, oh, it's so good. And I don't know, I miss that kind of music sometimes. I think we're all having kind of, it's all coming back. So it's like a little bit of a blast to that now. And that video is just so great. It has like, I don't know, it was giving me when BTS was hitting that youth time the right way, like with Run and Fire and all that. It was like giving me old BTS vibes. And I was like, yes,
I love that.
Gold.
So. I am totally agreeing with you on that, because you're right, it's just like hitting in all the right places, and it's just amazing. And like the original version is with Seori as the feature, but there's also another version that just came out with Woody Goldchild and PH1 on it as well.
Nice.
And also it's like one of those remixes that the additional artists are actually bringing something new to it, but it's still an amazing track.
Okay.
So I recommend both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have to also say, again, whoever does the videos for like High, Big Hit, whatever, this video was like super stunning too. Like it's like gritty, but like so well paced. Like however they do their storytelling with the TXT videos, I'm like always like hands down, like this is some of the best music videos ever. Like, can we talk about like that pause of like silence and then Yeonjun just like
say
salsa
eat. Say you love me.
I love that part so much. And the
I know.
I don't know. It just
and the floating giant beta fish in the sky all the time. That's just like very cool. But Yeonjun and his old man dancing is like the best thing ever.
He's like my bias over and over and over and over again. That kid is just like a star. I don't know. No one can tell me different. He's just, I mean, they're all super talented, but I don't know. Him,
Yeah.
I can't take my eyes off him. He's just got like it, whatever it is. So
Yeah, some of the performance videos for Magic too, when he's in the center, you can't help but just be amazed by the way he moves, like his long arms and legs, and like it's just that kid, like you can't help. He's like he draws your attention and such.
well,
Yeah,
he's
and
so
for sure he's got
unique
that
looking
quality.
too, right? Like he's got the look in a different way that's not stereotypical. They put him in the craziest things, like we've seen pink mullet, highlighter, yellow hair.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he
and
just
it
pulls off
works.
anything. Blue hair.
It works. Yeah.
And he's just like, whatever. He just is confident enough that it works. So it's like, whatever. Like, and then speaking of magic, like hilarious that we did not realize it was in English right away. It took us like 3 weeks to notice the subtitles.
Yes, it was a disturbing amount of time for us to clue in that it was a full English track.
Yeah. I think it was like I literally saw a TikTok about it, and it was someone else.
You're like
realizing that, and I had to send it to all my friends because I was like, "Guys, did you know?" And they're like, "Wait, no, I didn't." I had to listen back and go, "Oh my god!" You like because you're so used to now. There's parts that are in English, but I just assume all the verses are in Korean, or I don't know. It's interesting.
I know it's like one of those like it's like a strange phenomenon because it's not just us that didn't realize this. It's just pretty much everybody that took a minute to realize it was a full English song.
And I mean, you know what? Good for them though, because it's like you don't miss a beat then. If you are paying attention to the pronunciation or being like, oh, it's in English, then it's not smooth, right? The fact that it was so smooth that none of us noticed, I feel like that is like a testament to them being so good at it that it doesn't matter. Because I'm sorry, as much as I love BTS, I can still tell it's BTS singing an English song right away.
Yeah, I love Gyun.
Yeah.
I love Gyun. I love Gyun. I love Gyun with all my heart. But when he sings in English, I know he's not really understanding what he's singing.
Besides the fact that his line, I keep thinking that it's saying that he's putting on a rubber, not being a robber. Every time. I almost sing it like that because I hear it.
Even when I have the English subtitles on anyway, I still hear it that way too. So I'm right there with you. Oh dear, don't be mad at us. You know you're hearing it too.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's like one of the, if there was a list of things that you hear K-pop lyrics wrong, that'd be number one. I feel like it's very hard not to hear it, as terrible as that is. So continuing on the group train, I know there was someone you wanted to talk about too.
Ladies and gentlemen, STAYC has come back, and their new title track for their latest album is Higher, which kudos for them for like releasing a song that sounds very similar to another title that they've already released and do this amazingly different concept. And like, holy crap, some of the fashion in that MV, like the spiky like cable tie jacket, just like in the visuals beforehand. I think, what was it? You or Kate mentioned they were like, why is nobody talking about this?
Because it's so amazing. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys realize, so every time they're gonna come back, like even the last for Favorite Boys, the teasers images for these things are like works of art. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I will say I was a little disappointed because the teasers were so beautiful and the MV was very different from what the teasers were. Not that it wasn't good, it was good and different, and I love the song, I love the video, visuals were great as always, but then the teasers just didn't match to me, and I was like, wow, if they did what was in the teasers, like that would have been, but then when they fit the song.
I know exactly what they did fit the song perfectly, I think. And there was a little bit of that flow through because it was very, what was the term that somebody used for they were like sexy mermaid enchiladas?
Yeah, it was a TikTok that said that.
That was a TikTok, and it was very accurate. It stuck with me. But they did carry on a bit of that water and the, I know there's a couple of the members had a very wet look through some of their scenes in the MV, and I think that's probably their pull through from the teaser images, because it was just like everything, all the looks, all the individual shots and the group shots, just like melted my brain. It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're one of those groups that's having kind of a BTS build up here. Like they come from like, I can't even remember what their company is, but I know it's not a major company. And like they weren't like super well known, and they had like this moment of like trying to make things better, but how they work so hard and how genius I feel like they are, I'm like, maybe they can have a BTS moment and get really popular, because I think what's holding it back is like in the sense that it's like I see the teasers and the photography is super good, but I feel like maybe their budget, like what the company can afford for the music video, maybe it's not going to be what BTS or TXT can accomplish, because they have a ridiculous budget, right? So I feel like they have to a degree a certain limit, but they do really well within the limit. But I'm like, if they could do something even crazier, like how much more amazing would it be, right? So I feel like they have so much potential that it's like, I really hope they continue to gain popularity. And if you guys haven't spent time looking at Ace, please do. They so deserve it a million times over. They have like, they're just so good at different concepts too. Like they just released that English song that was like super happy and very contrasting, all in English too. That was so good.
It was so good, everyone. It was like, I was like, is this Ace? Because this is like my jam. Like, not that I didn't love Ace before, but it was like this year so far has been like their last one with Favorite Boys.
Yeah.
Loved it. Goblin. I loved Goblin so much. And it's just getting better for me from there. So like I'm seeing like this, like, I don't know what's happening, but I love it.
Yeah. And we also have to appreciate, like you said, all the fashion. Like they are cutting edge. They will wear things that are like, they're very gender fluid almost. Like they, like, I think it was in Favorite Boys, they did like the whole makeup look and everything too. And then you've got I hope I don't butcher his name. I'll call him BK. BK is like doing always, like he was like one of the first to do the crop top, but his was like extra, like very in your face. Like, so very cool to see what they do, and they're unafraid of that kind of stuff, which makes it pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think in their last anniversary, they brought back their epic like shorts.
Yes.
From one of their first debut or one of their first compacts. Yeah. It was like, and they're just like, yep, this is us. We own it. We love it. And like, so do we.
Yes. This is a really long list, but there's been so many good things. And we can't leave this whole section without talking about some girls here, because we've been talking about a lot of boys. We all love the boys, but there's some girl appreciation that needs to happen. So Lisa, what else are you listening to, and who's on your radar?
So we have like the feel-good story of the century, and we have Brave Girls, who are coming back and fulfilling their goal of being summer queens. So they've just come back with a couple new songs, but I think the one that I really like is Chi Mat Barem. Say that 10 times fast.
No kidding.
But it's another one of those great summer bops, and just like they're coming back strong, and they got a budget behind them now, and they getting some popularity. That residual from when they went viral is hanging on, and I love it. I love it because they're just building on that, and it's great to see, and it's great to hear, and it's a great song.
Yeah, no, they deserve so much appreciation. I did listen to them like a while back, well before all this happened, and I always like kind of rooted for them. They've got a strong like core of like rap line in there that's like super good. So if you want to go back and experience some Brave Girls, the song Deepened, so good, and has stayed on my playlist forever and a day. And it's a good girl crush kind of vibe too if you watch the video. Very strong. And then like, of course I did love Rollin' way back when, and so happy it came back. It is a really good summer song, deserved a lot of appreciation. So very happy for them, and super exciting to see that like you can have like, there's more of these stories happening, I feel like, than falling to the wayside. So super excited about that. My group that I've been like, I think I said in the recent video, I'm like falling out of like love with, well, not falling out of love, but a lot of the girl groups I like are disbanded or gone, and then I haven't been latching on to new groups as much. But I will give some credit to STAYC. So Lisa had brought it up, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, I have been listening to them a lot. So they would have come out with So Bad earlier this year, I believe, and that song, I was listening to the song without the video, so I don't watch a lot of videos sometimes, and so I would have listened to it over and over again and been like, this is really catchy. And then ASAP came out recently, and heck, like that is so stuck in my head. I don't know how that can't be. So they've got some really good hits.
Yeah, I know from their latest album, one of the B-sides, Love Fool, really, really got me. I really like that one. I was like, I had been hearing a lot of people talking about them recently, and I hadn't really caught on yet. Yeah. But that one just happened to come up on a random playlist, and I was like, okay. So I'm getting what people are getting so excited about, and it's like nice to hear.
Yeah, I think their songs are just like really crafted well in terms of like getting a hook in there that is really like pleasing to listen to. I have to put a little more effort into watching the videos, but from what I've seen, it's like pretty eye-catching and nice, and it's not like too cutesy. It's like it's a good balance. So yeah, I definitely will continue to check them out. I think in the same stream, I've been paying attention to Weekly a little bit more. So their recent song After School is really good, which is like kind of giving me a little like, I get a little confused because there was also After School was an old girl group too, so it's like seeing these things that come up, I'm like always have to double check myself. I'm like, wait, no, new group, different song. This is song title, not group coming back out of the dead almost.
You think it's one of those unique things about K-pop is that in like Western music, people are sort of leery about repeating titles of songs that other artists released. But in K-pop, there's no problem with that. So you have to really check who you're listening to, or you can't just go to random title.
Well, in this case, the song title was the name of a group. And it could easily go the other way around where they could have a song called Weekly, I'm sure, too. So it's kind of an interesting thing, right? Now that we have talked about what we're listening to, we want to talk about what we're watching as well. Can't forget about the K-dramas. I think last we talked about it, I was watching My Mister, which I'm still continuing, struggling a little with that one. So we've got IU and Lisa and Gyun, and I love them both. Like I've seen them both in separate dramas, so seeing them together is fun. Kind of a dark storyline, a little bit on the like, I don't know. I have a hard time with these ones that like I need to break it up with something fun. So I think it's good so far. It's refreshing that it's different. Nice to IU is always like so brilliant, so it's hard to not love it. But yeah, more interested to see where it develops, and I think I'll have I'm sure, I don't know, everyone's rated it so high, so I'm like there's gotta be something that's gonna happen that's gonna get me. So just waiting to be baited a little bit more, but so far so good. So what about you, Lisa? What are you up to?
So I got a bit of a newer one. It's a bit of a light, it's fun. It's called So Not Worth It. Nice. So it's basically a storyline of university students in an international student dorm. So some of our starring guests has got sevens, Choi we got idols, Minnie, and we also have model I'm going to correct myself. Han Hyun Min.
Gotcha.
Yes, there we go. So it's bringing back that kind of genre of the 90s sitcom feel to it. Yeah, it comes complete with a laugh track.
Okay. Nice.
It's cute, it's funny, it's very light. So if you're looking for something like light and airy to break up your heavier dramas, like Steph was mentioning before with My Mister, then this is probably a good one to go to. It's not something that you're gonna like have to think too hard, but it's really entertaining.
Okay, well, this has actually been good for me because I have spotted that one on Netflix and seeing the trailers, and I'm like, oh, is it a little too slapstick for me? But maybe, I don't know, hearing you talk about it, maybe I'll like it. So I know Richard was like, my husband was thinking about it too. So maybe it'll go on our list next and you can hear what I think about it. But
yeah, it has its level of cheese factor, but it's charming cheese factor. It's a charming cheese factor.
I thought it was worthy, even just seeing. I was excited to see Young Jae, so I was like, yeah. And then I did recognize Minnie in the trailer, so I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize she was in it too. So that's cool. I'm also trying to break up the dark drama a little bit. So we did just start Because It's My First Life, which isn't really a new one. So that has Lee Min Ki in it and Jung So Min. And I looked at a master list, like, so I'm trying to find, my conundrum is finding a really good K drama that my husband and I really love. And there's like been ones I get hooked on, and sometimes I just let Richard go and pick something, and it just doesn't work out. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the basics and look at the most popular, highest rated dramas at the same time and go down the list, which, folks, I have seen almost all the first like 3 pages. So I had to go down a little bit. So this one, though, I have thought about it before, not sure why I hadn't watched it, but I'm glad I am now. I've seen Jung Soo Min in a drama previously, so she would have been in, I think, a version of Playful Kiss, which was based off of a manga. So it's kind of a cheesier, and it was a lot older of a drama. But I was refreshed to see her in this. I think she's actually pretty good. She's quite cute and charming. And the guy has got some good humor in it. I'm excited to see kind of where it all goes. Yeah. So they accidentally kind of become roommates somehow, which I don't even know how this really happens in reality once you watch it. Like, how do you not know this? But
it's one of those wonderful contract relation scenarios.
Yes.
So I have seen the whole drama, and I really, really love it. So I'm not going to give too many spoilers for stuff, but I think it's a good pick. I think she landed on one that she's going to enjoy. So now comes to part 2 of our new Now and Wow, and this is the part where we're talking about all the stuff that we're looking forward to that's coming up in the next little while. So to start off, I think it's like be ridiculous not to mention the fact that BTS is scheduled for a comeback in July.
Who couldn't know that was happening?
I know, exactly. Exactly. If you didn't know that was going to happen, then you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, pretty much. So that would be super exciting. I think on my list, there's some good solos coming up. So I thought I saw Keys coming back and Kang Daniel, which, if anyone hasn't noticed, he's like one of my number ones. So very excited for that. He's consistently coming back quite often. So I've been super excited.
Yeah, exactly. And in terms of other solos, so we have a solo debut of a group member. So we have Blackpink's Lisa is scheduled for July as well, and she is very highly anticipated. I think just the fact that I can't wait to see what kind of video concept she's going to come out with, because girl can move.
Oh, well, we just know it's going to slay whatever it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Is there anyone else that you had on your list? I feel like there's so many things to look forward to. I know there's some Japanese releases coming up as well. And
we happen to be filming on July 1st.
That's right.
And Alexa, who I think is the cutest little thing on the planet, she has released a new song called Extra.
Oh, nice.
And I have listened to it, and it is awesome, and it's very carrying on with the Summer BAM, which is just all about, it's like a unicorn threw up on the entire thing. It's so bright. But it's a really great song. It's got some great attitude and humor, and BM of Card features in the video too, so that brings a little extra. And so I really recommend people checking that out and streaming that.
All right. Yeah, and I think where I want to end this off is STAYC is back too. So they would have released, there's a little bit of a snippet of video today, but I think, I can't remember if it's a mini album or full album, but always super excited to see what they come up with. Again, they're another one of those, I feel like, underdogs that you don't necessarily, I don't know, I knew they were going to be good because I like Jung from Produce, but they just keep impressing me more and more every time. Like, it was just very solid music and videos and performance and everything, so excited to dive into that as well.
Well, that's pretty much it for today. We hope you like this new little segment corner that we're starting up. We'd love to hear your opinions and maybe some recommendations for us for new things we can listen to or we can watch. Please like, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment because that helps the channel out a whole lot. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.